Hello and welcome to Felixstowe's Wedding Planner programme, and of course I've got with me today Felixstowe's very own wedding planner, Jill. Hello Jill.
Hello Maureen.
Thank you very much for coming
You're welcome.
today. We've got another fabulous show today and it's all about wedding transport. And Jill, you've given us some surprises in this as well, haven't you?
We've tried to supply a mixture here, yes. We have.
I've seen a few pictures and I can't wait to see them again. We've got some lovely pictures to show you because you need transport to get you to your wedding.
You do, yeah,
yes.
you do indeed.
You don't necessarily always have to have the standard, do
No,
you?
not always the classics, although we have got some photographs of the classic cars, but we're
Yes.
going to look at a mixture.
Yes, you've
Yeah.
really done us proud today, I think. Yeah. So what do you think? Shall we start?
Let's begin.
Right, so I wonder what the first one is.
This is quite an unusual choice. This comes originally from Czechoslovakia. It's the Tatra, and it was designed in 1936. So for somebody that doesn't want a classic car, but still wants quite a stylish car,
Yes.
this might be a good choice.
Wonderful, yes.
Something a little bit different.
Yes, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe for a vintage wedding.
I
or
love the
something like that.
colour.
Yeah, I mean, obviously
It's
they come in all
gorgeous.
different colours, but yeah,
Yes.
if someone wants a vibrant red, that's a good one. The next picture that we're going to see is something of a classic car, but again, maybe not a typical wedding car. This is a
Right.
Ford Mustang 1965, so again with the top
Right.
down if you're having a summer wedding or something like that.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Very
it's nice.
sort of classic,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is very sort of
I like
film
that.
orientated, isn't it? So
I'd have quite liked that
Would you?
myself.
Oh,
Yes, I
okay,
would.
yeah.
I think that's quite.
if you marry
yeah.
a second time,
Or third, but you know, who's counting? No,
Indeed.
joke.
indeed. As well as looking at the cars and sort of the transport, we're looking at how cars and vehicles can be decorated for weddings. And one of the pictures I brought along was actually used in Kate and Will's wedding. It's of a Jag, but at the back of the Jag they've had sort of different balloons
Yes.
tagged onto them, obviously in red, white and blue in their case.
That's
So it's just one of the many
absolutely
things that you can attach to a wedding car. I mean, traditionally there were tin cans and things like
Yes.
that, which we should see a picture of later. But if you wanted something different, then obviously you've got different kinds of balloons that you can have.
Yes, it's quite exciting.
Yeah,
I
for
like those
sure.
better than tin cans,
Well,
actually.
don't rattle as much, do they? So. The next picture we're going to see, again, it's of decoration that you can do to your car, but this time it's just boxes that have been decorated in pretty bows and ribbons, and they've put in the boot of the car.
Right.
So you can have that if you didn't want tin cans or balloons
Oh, how
attached
lovely!
to the rear of the car.
Yeah.
Then you can have something like that.
Haven't you
So-
found some unusual things?
Yeah, it's
for
trying
us?
to, again, we're just trying to give the viewers something a bit different to think about rather than the traditional sort
Yes.
of just married sign and
Yes.
the tin cans, although if you want that, that's also fine.
I think people have a sort of a sense of fun, and
Hopefully, yeah. So
a lot of what you show us, people want different types of weddings.
everyone's
don't
different,
they?
and
yeah.
particularly if you're having a vintage wedding, you might
Yeah.
not want a traditional classic car. So, you know, we're looking at that, or you might want to decorate it in a slightly different way. So,
Yes, wonderful to have options.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, no, hang on a minute. That's a very different option.
It is a
isn't
very
it?
different option. I mean, some bride and grooms do want to travel to their venue on a motorbike or scooter or something like that, and that's just one of the options. A bride on a bike. But,
That's a scooter. Isn't
yeah,
it?
that's a scooter.
Yes,
But there's a whole section on the internet of brides that travel on bikes, whether they be bicycles, tandems, scooters, motorbikes, that kind of thing. So if you're into that, then, you know,
yes,
that's,
lovely.
that's an option for you.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
This
what's
one
this one?
is a VW Beetle, but the reason I chose it is because the way the bumper of the vehicle has been decorated with flowers.
Oh, that
so
is beautiful.
Quite pretty,
actually,
isn't it? Again,
isn't
that was
it?
for a vintage wedding, but you
Yeah.
can see how it's been sort of very cleverly done. Rather than just ribbons on the front of the car,
Yes.
you've got the bumper decorated.
But do you know, it looks quite a small car to get a big dress into.
Yeah,
do you
but
think?
I suppose, you know, if you've got
Yeah.
a vintage wedding, sometimes they wear a shorter dress. It's not. It might be full, but it might not have the sort of length to it.
Yes.
So again, it's up to the couple
Yes.
what they decide they
Yes,
want.
absolutely.
So-
Oh my goodness! Look at that fun.
Yeah, this I chose, it's for chocolate lovers everywhere. It's just literally bars of chocolate attached to the car. So it just shows you anything goes really, doesn't it? So
it's my dream, that is.
Just reach out the window and help yourself.
Oh, I'd quite like that.
I
They
bet you
wouldn't
would.
stay on for very long.
You get chocolate all down the wedding dress, so not a good idea.
No,
Probably.
not a good idea, no.
But, yeah,
But
so
what
again, it just
fun.
proves there's lots of different ideas
Yes,
out there.
great
so,
fun, isn't
yeah.
it?
For the more traditionalists, if you want a classic car, obviously you've got the Rolls-Royce. You know, it's either the Rolls-Royce Phantom or Rolls.
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it is beautiful. It's a lovely classic car.
Oh,
so.
that is, isn't
And obviously
it?
one of the most popular choices for bride and grooms in this country to have a Rolls-Royce, to take them to and from their wedding
really
venue.
big Rolls Royce. Some of the Rolls Royces I've seen haven't looked quite so big.
I suppose it's just a style.
Yeah.
Obviously that's a two-tone one, but you can get them in obviously black or white or
Yeah.
whatever. So
But I like that.
yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
It
It's
is
very
very
pretty.
classy.
Yeah, it's very classy and
Oh, you
sophisticated.
brought us some classy cars.
And that's the internal view of it, with the walnut dash.
Oh.
So yeah.
Shall we have a look at the inside of that?
So
Oh, that will
it's
be
sort of
lovely.
elegant and sophisticated.
Isn't that elegant?
It is,
Yes,
it's
you're
lovely,
quite
isn't it?
right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to give it back. I think I would have ride round a few blocks.
Probably, yeah. Take it for a bit of a ride.
So should we take, oh, look at another one.
That's the Daimler.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
But they sold their company to Jaguar in 1960, and you can tell by the front of that particular car that it's a Jaguar grille on the front. So again, a two-tone car, but obviously they come in one colour if you want that kind of thing. So
Gosh.
lots of options out there,
Yes.
depending on the bride and groom's taste.
You certainly know your cars as well.
I've had a
I'm
lot of
very
research to
impressed. Very good. Gosh, so
This is a bit different. Now this
Yeah.
was an actual wedding that took place in Suffolk. At a
should we
golf.
have a look at the next one? I don't know the viewers can see that.
Yeah, this is something
Thank
that's,
you.
we did at a Suffolk golf course, and obviously they travelled by golf buggy. So they're available to hire in different sort of sizes. You can get a two-seater right up to a eight-seater. So it can just be for the bride and groom, or it
Yeah.
can be for the bride and groom, maybe the bridesmaids, best man, that kind of
Quite
thing.
fun though,
Yeah,
isn't
if
it?
you've got that kind of sporty
Yeah.
sort of golfing theme maybe, or
Yes.
golf venue, then it's maybe a good idea to transport you from A to
I
B.
think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And also, golf courses are in such lovely areas,
They
aren't they?
They are
So
in beautiful
beautiful.
areas, and we've got nice ones in Suffolk, haven't we? So,
Yes.
yeah.
Suffolk's
might be-
got everything.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
that might be an idea if you want that kind of.
Yes. Now, what is this
Transportation.
next one?
This is just to show you again how you can decorate a vehicle. This is big paper flowers. So they're almost looking like pom-poms, but they're actually
They
meant to be
are,
like
aren't
flowers.
they?
Yeah, and they're made of paper. So I don't know how long they last as they drag along the floor. But again, it's just an idea for
It
people.
is, but it's really sweet.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
it's nice.
I would
Colourful.
never think to do that.
No, it's kind of
That's
like
amazing.
a carnival type thing, isn't it? With the big
Yes.
flowers and stuff.
Yes,
so,
they're
yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, that's
No,
beautiful.
it's beautiful pictures. So, shall we look at another
Let's
one?
see another.
Let's see another one.
This again
shall we-
was used
I don't think the viewers can
for-
see this one yet.
This
Thank
is
That's oh,
the
look
Route
at
Master,
that.
the famous London double-decker bus, the older fashioned ones.
Oh, look, and it's got their name on
yeah,
there as well.
yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous?
So sometimes they obviously supply the driver, but they can supply a conductor as well if you ask them.
Oh,
if you're
how
renting a
there's
double-decker
something
bus.
quite romantic about that.
Yeah, and the good
isn't
thing is
there?
that you can actually get part of your wedding party to, you know, travel with
Oh,
you.
of course
It
you
doesn't
can.
have to be for just the bride and groom. You know,
Yes.
if you're transporting your guests from
Yeah.
maybe the church or the marriage venue to the reception, then that's a good way to travel. And it's a bit nicer than just a normal sort of coach.
Yes.
So, or
No,
minibus.
amazing idea, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and they decorate them inside if you want to. Or you can get
Oh,
a florist to
do they?
decorate them, yeah, with flowers and ribbons. Same with the cars. They
Oh.
don't just have to be a car. They can be decorated internally as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, that's so unusual, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
A bus.
Yeah.
Oh
This
my
next
God.
photo is just to show you the classic sort of ribbon that's on a car. Sometimes they tie them around the mirrors as well, obviously. So, you know, that's more of a traditional way of decorating a wedding car.
Lovely car as well.
Yeah, it's a
It's
beautiful
very
car.
sporty looking,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
nice. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So, oh, there's
This
another
is
one.
the New York Police Department car that some brides
Oh.
choose. Now, there
I
is...
don't think our viewers can see that car yet. Ah,
There
thank
we
you.
are. Yeah.
Yes.
It's all the cars that were working in service in the New York Police Department are now over in England. Well, not all of them, but some of them are over in England, and you can hire them for your wedding or for a prom or some, you know, some special event, corporate event even.
So if you want something that's a bit off the wall,
yeah,
just a little different.
That's right, a bit sort of more sort of zany. And they come with the sirens and things, so you can have the siren and the lights flashing and things like that, yeah.
Actually, great way to arrive.
Well, it causes a bit of a stir, I suppose, so, yeah. So.
Lovely.
This is another Rolls Royce. Again,
right.
we're going back to the more sort of classic wedding cars.
Oh, that's huge, isn't it?
It's beautiful car. Very stylish. Yeah.
Really, really beautiful car. Oh, I do like that. Oh gosh, you've given us quite a nice selection so far. Yeah. Hopefully. Beautiful. And white. I don't know, yes.
I suppose if you're having a white dress, some brides like to choose white to match their attire. So.
You don't seem to have so many black cars years ago.
Yeah, I mean, people still have them obviously for weddings, the darker vehicles, maybe navy blue and things like that. But I think more so the lighter colours or the brighter colours for weddings. It's a bit more jolly, I guess.
Yes, so. I'm sure you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the inside?
That's the internal, that we're looking at. That obviously comes with a sort of entertainment system.
Gosh, is that a television?
In case you get bored
You've got
on the way to the venue.
You've got quite a lot more to think about.
Indeed. Most of the car hire places for weddings, they do sort of supply champagne or some sort of refreshment as well. So whether you're hiring a Rolls Royce or a limousine.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I mean obviously some charge extra for that, or some will give it as a gratuity. But it's worth finding out at the time of booking.
Oh, the next one.
You've seen the next one.
I've seen the next one.
The next car is obviously a stretch limousine, Chrysler, but it's pink. So
I like that.
It's very nice. I mean, obviously limousines are traditional for sort of prom nights now and sort of birthday celebrations, but some people like them for their weddings as well, and some people want a pink limousine. So
and they're gorgeous inside.
Yeah, I believe you've been in one.
I have. Yeah. I loved it, and you get bottles of champagne.
Yes,
had great fun.
Yeah, so it's nice.
No, it's lovely and roomy. It's beautiful. Yeah.
That's again, we were talking about the just married traditional sign on the back of a wedding car. Tinier flowers this time compared to an earlier picture, but again still made of paper. Yeah. So
but it really looks really pretty.
It's quite pretty, isn't it? It's dainty,
And not noisy.
No, not noisy like the tin cans. No. So. They have another classic car, this time in navy blue, although it looks a bit black on the screen, but it is sort of navy blue. So it just proves that whatever your sort of colour choice for your wedding, you can actually get a car to match. You can have your pink cars if you're into pink, your navy blue ones, your whites, your creams, your two tones.
Right. So. But I love the cars. Really, it's a beautiful car, isn't it? It's really classic. You feel very proud to be in that.
I mean, again, if you were sort of having a vintage wedding, a 1930s, 1940s wedding, maybe that would sort of fit with the theme.
Oh, right, like of course. So it isn't just your table settings.
It doesn't
and
have
your
to
dress.
be. It can be the transportation as well. So
yes, isn't that wonderful? You can get everything nowadays, can't you?
You can.
But it's such beautiful conditions as well.
Yeah.
What are we looking at
The next car was used for a vintage wedding, again, but focusing on the 1960s. But again, I picked it out because of the decoration at the back. This is the traditional tin can. But what they've done is they've just made their own tin cans. They've obviously taken the labels off tins and painted them and then attached ribbons around them. So
that's much
they've
more
used
fun, isn't it?
Nice colours like pinks and blues and yellows and things like that. So you
I
can
like
make
that.
your own decorations. You don't have. You can buy things online to decorate your vehicles, but you can also make them if you want to do that kind of thing or save on some money.
Yes, anything goes.
It does.
Anything goes. Wonderful. What are we going to see next?
This next picture is of a tuk-tuk or rickshaw, obviously traditionally from Thailand. This is a motorised one, and some bride and grooms might want to choose this, whether they're having a destination wedding, whether they just want something a bit different. So
actually, that looks a really nice tuk-tuk,
doesn't it? It's all sort of upholstered nicely. It's comfortable. They put decorations on it.
I think that's quite cute,
yeah.
actually.
In this country, there are sort of websites that obviously hire those type of things, and they tell you you know, the sort of specification, and they say this was actually sort of conditioned or looked at in England, so it's not unsafe, basically. So
well, that's good to know.
Exactly.
It's a good way to start married life, is it?
Indeed.
But
So,
lovely. I've seen them all in Thailand,
Have you?
tats,
Yeah.
but that looks a really posh one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
beautiful, beautiful.
again, we're back on the
so
scooters.
where are we up to now?
This is a bride and groom scooter. Obviously, we've got the darker one for the groom and the lighter one for the bride, and just how they've decorated them, really. So,
Isn't that great? So do they
his and
sort
hers.
of ride off into the sunset?
Possibly, yes, I'm sure they do.
But actually quite nice,
It is
aren't
quite
they?
nice. It's quaint, isn't it? It's really nice.
It is. Do you know of people that do this? I mean,
Yeah,
is this-
actually, bushfire photography that we obviously feature quite a bit in Felixstowe. They've done a wedding where the the bride and groom have been on scooters. Yeah.
Gosh. So how did the guests arrive?
Well, I guess they make their own way, unless they've got their own scooters. But it's all about what you want as a wedding.
Yes,
So,
and it's lovely.
yeah.
You want good weather though, don't
Yes,
you?
you do,
Yes.
ideally. Yeah, ideally. So.
Right, so, look at the next picture. We get to see it, viewers, just before you do, so we know what's coming up.
It's a vintage bus. Again, people may want to use a bus just because they like them or because they want to transport more than one person, more than a couple. So,
But they're lovely. We had one in Felixstowe,
we
didn't we?
did
On the,
when we
the
had
heritage.
yeah, exactly. We
Heritage
often see the
weekend.
vintage buses when they come
Yeah.
down. So this
Gorgeous,
is slightly
aren't
different,
they?
obviously, from the the
Yeah.
Red London bus. If you want a bus, but you don't want a Red Rover type bus,
Yeah, it's
Route Master.
lovely. Lovely to have options.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Oh, look at this next one. Again, we're seeing it before you are.
This is the VW camper van.
Oh, wow.
So,
Oh, how cute.
yeah, it's nice. Again, if you want a vintage wedding, or some people just love these kind of vans, so you may
You just
go
want
with
to
that.
be different.
Just want a little bit,
Yes.
uniqueness, really.
And you can make
Yeah.
a cup of tea while you're
Can. So,
They're lovely,
Yeah,
really
it is
lovely.
nice.
You do find some vehicles.
hours of research, I tell you. This
Oh.
one again, I just chose for the way that they decorate the car. I lived in Turkey for a little while, and obviously they decorate the cars like this nearly all the time. The flowers are on the front, on
That
the
is
grill,
beautiful.
or they're on the bonnet.
That
They
is
use
gorgeous.
flowers in a big way. It's not just the
Yes.
ribbons, so that's very common in Turkey to see it like that. Obviously,
That-
that's a picture of Britain, but it's just an example of how things are decorated.
So you can bring the nice things that you've
From
seen
different
in other
countries,
countries.
of course you can,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes,
not?
why
Yeah,
not?
exactly.
It is beautiful. It's a bouquet,
It's
isn't
gorgeous, yeah,
Yeah.
it's really nice.
Oh,
So, yeah.
lovely idea.
Mm.
So, should we go on to the next one?
Yeah, the
I
next
don't know
picture.
What we've
It's,
got coming up.
This is a pickup truck. Not to everyone's taste, but you might want it. Maybe if you're having sort of a barn theme, a sort of country theme, a bit more rustic for your wedding, you might want to travel in one of these. It's good for
actually
photographic
quite sweet.
opportunities. Yeah, it is. It is.
And it does make a very unusual photo,
It does,
doesn't
yeah.
it?
I mean, that's sometimes why people hire the vehicles, because it sort of appears in the photograph as well.
Yeah.
The Vespers or, the pickup trucks or the tut-tut. It's a talking point, isn't it?
Well, it makes your photo call entirely
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
to everybody else's
Exactly.
with their little set.
Yeah. And
Although they're
sometimes-
beautiful as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
sometimes, rather than just a mode of transport, you can hire something like a bike or a tut-tut, and they can just be like, as a centre of attention for photographs. So you don't actually have to use it as a vehicle. You can just have it as a feature of your wedding.
Right.
Yeah.
What a good idea.
Yeah.
See, I would never have thought of that
Yeah.
either. You are worth your weight in gold,
Thank you,
Jill.
Maureen.
You really are.
Okay,
So-
another classic car I think is coming up. So we're going back to sort of the more ones that people choose quite often, sort of classic.
Oh, I like
Top down,
that.
yeah.
That is gorgeous.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Is it silver?
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite unusual,
Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it? It's very
It
nice.
is. That's stunning.
Yeah.
I like that very
So-
much.
So we tried to
Beautiful
mix in the sort
condition.
of classics with the more unusual. So.
Yeah, so you've certainly shown us so many different cars. Oh, it's wonderful. Thank you. Oh, so what are we going to look at next?
I think the next is the decoration on the front of a car. Again, we're going back to the flowers being a main feature on the bonnet of the car. So
that looks gorgeous.
yeah, it's very
That
pretty.
is
I mean, you
really
don't have to
pretty.
have fresh flowers. You can have obviously silk ones or artificial ones.
Would you have difficulty moving in a car? Wouldn't the wind knock
Well,
all the petals off?
I mean, obviously, any good florist will
Mm.
know, or the car hire people
Mm.
are used to attaching things like that,
Mm.
so they know how to do it. But yeah, if it's a very high wind, obviously, there's a danger that some of the petals and things could move.
Sort of over 30
Yeah,
mile an hour,
exactly.
you know, you could see it
For
going,
sure.
but
So,
it looks
yeah.
beautiful, doesn't
Yeah,
it, for
Yeah.
pictures
For
as
sure.
well.
So again,
Yes.
they're just different ways that you can decorate the car or the
Right.
vehicle.
So, gosh, have we finished?
Yeah.
Oh, we've gone
think we
through
have.
all
We
of them.
have.
Oh, I hope you enjoyed that. We've seen some very unusual
Yeah, I mean,
wedding
there's
vehicles.
more really. I mean, there's other vehicles that people could have. People have boats. People go in hot air balloons,
Oh,
helicopters.
gosh.
If you've got the kind of money
Yes.
to spend on a helicopter, there's so many different ways that you can have a vehicle incorporated into your wedding.
Didn't we see that somewhere where a groom came by helicopter and I don't think he had sailed down, but it was near
It's a
enough
possibility.
to have sailed down.
If you're considering it, you can do it. Yeah, but it just
Wonderful.
proves that nothing is out of bounds for a wedding these days when it
It's
comes to transport. It's all
Just so
bicycles,
different.
tandems, you know, even
Yeah.
skateboards and things if you want
No,
to do. Yeah.
really, you'd
Yeah.
have to be pretty good, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
you would really,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? So yeah, but
Fantastic. Well, I thought that was a lovely display of vehicles. I bet it made you think as well. There's a lot there that
there was a lot there. Yeah,
I would
A
never have
lot to
considered.
research. A lot of names to remember.
Yeah, you've done very well. Well done. I didn't know
Excellent.
you were such an expert
Well,
on
did I?
cars.
Till now.
Well, I hope you really enjoyed that because I did. I didn't know that cars would be so interesting, or
Yeah.
vehicles
Yeah.
would be so interesting
Well, I think
for a wedding.
Obviously, if we just focus on
Mm.
vehicles, it could be a bit dry. But obviously, we tried to bring in different aspects of, you know,
Mm.
what you can have for a wedding. So,
Anything, absolutely anything.
yeah, and how you can dress it up. So,
Well, Jill, again, fabulous show. Thank you
problem.
so
Thank you.
much for bringing all these cars and vehicles
welcome.
to our attention. So thank you very much
You're
for
welcome,
today.
Maureen.
It's been
Thank
brilliant.
you.
And thank you so much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And we'll look forward to seeing you next week. And goodness knows what we'll have here next week.
hopefully, something that doesn't take so much research.
That's why you have a wedding planner, you see, who does all your research for you. Just think, you just sit back, enjoy organising your wedding while your wedding planner does it all for you. Anyway, we'll put Jill's contact details up at the end. So if you've got any questions or you need any advice, you'll be able to contact Jill. And I know she'll be very pleased to talk to you, won't
For
you?
sure.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.